Again, my name is Gabe Zollner. This morning I wrote a little article and I wanted to turn it into a video. And the title of this article is Senator John McCain, aka the Songbird of the Hanoi Hilton. Senator John McCain was, according to his bio, born at Coco Solo Hospital, the Canal Zone, on August 29, 1936 in Panama. What is interesting is, according to the information readily available on the web, Coco Solo Hospital was not built until 1941. Senator John McCain's father was Admiral John McCain, who during Senator McCain's stay at the Hanoi Hilton in Vietnam was the commander of the entire Pacific Fleet. McCain's great-grandfather was also an admiral. Senator McCain graduated from the Naval Academy in 1958. Out of a graduating class of 899 midshipmen, Senator McCain ranked 5th from the bottom. It is important to note that pilots are selected by their academic results, and McCain would never have been accepted or even considered for a pilot's position if it were not for his admiral father. Naval graduates with poor academic performance might have been permitted to wash their windshields, but they would never have been allowed to become naval aviators. McCain barely passed flight training, and after having done so, he crashed 2 airplanes and damaged a third prior to being shot down in his A-4 Skyhawk on a bombing run in Vietnam. It is worth noting in the U.S. Navy, for a pilot to crash 1 plane was pushing it. To crash 2 often resulted in an official investigation to determine if he should be taken off of flight status. How McCain got away with crashing 2 and damaging a third to this day remains a mystery, although other pilots thought that it had to do with his family connection. On the morning of July 29, 1967, McCain, while sitting in the cockpit of his A-4 Skyhawk, another plane accidentally set off a Zuni missile that hit McCain's fuel tank. McCain managed to escape, but the fire claimed 134 sailors' lives. On October 26, 1967, McCain launched off of the Oriskany for an alpha strike on key targets in Vietnam. The strike force was comprised of 20 aircraft from various squadrons. McCain claims he was shot down by a SAM missile on a bombing run. One of the pilots that was flying near him said that McCain was not shot down by the SAM. He was shot down by AAA fire because he was flying too low. Navy records listed his shoot-down due to AAA fire, and people were puzzled by why McCain later insisted in his political campaign that he was shot down over Vietnam by a SAM. When McCain ejected from his A-4 Skyhawk, he had forgotten what he was taught in training when ejecting, and he failed to protect his arms and legs, which resulted in him breaking both shoulders and one of his legs. However, to hear McCain's account, he blames his injuries on having hit portions of his A-4 Skyhawk when he ejected. The reality is that the injuries that McCain received has happened numerous times when the ejecting pilots forgot what they were taught about the proper ejecting techniques to protect their bodies. McCain parachuted into Truc Bac Lake in the middle of Hanoi. He managed to inflate his life vest and came to the surface. 2 Vietnamese went into the lake to try to save him. As they pulled him ashore, other angry Vietnamese attacked McCain, stabbing him in his foot, pushing a bayonet into his abdomen, and hitting him on his shoulder with a rifle butt. The 2 Vietnamese that saved him eventually turned the attackers away as well. McCain was thrown into a cell with all of his injuries unattended, and after 4 days, the Viet Cong learned that his father was Admiral John McCain, Admiral of the entire Pacific Fleet, which included Vietnam. They quickly rushed him to a hospital to have all of his injuries dealt with, and as a way to show his appreciation, he earned the name Songbird of the Hanoi Hilton. McCain apparently gave the Viet Cong the radio frequencies that the attacking jets used, along with both their flight paths and altitudes. As a result, many pilots were shot down and either lost their lives or were imprisoned. According to what is available on the web, McCain also made 30 to 35 propaganda 8mm movies denouncing America. It is time that McCain is exposed for being what he is, which is a traitor against the American people. McCain needs to be arrested and charged for his many crimes. His legacy will be what it should be, not what he pretends it nor what he wants it to be. If you like that, please send it along.